Hey guys, back again with another video, and today's topic is solo cruising. You know, from time to time when I'm on Facebook or looking through, comment sections on other YouTube videos, I noticed that one of the hot topics always revolves around solo cruising, and people are always asking questions like, how much does it cost? Am I going to have a good time? Is it worthwhile? And so basically, I just wanted to make this video to kind of give my experience and my take on the situation. And I guess I'll break it down into cost and experience. And so firstly, with in regards to cost, basically what you got to keep in mind is that the cruise lines, their business model is based off of double occupancy, and that's how they come up with the costs of the cruise and the cost of the cabins and whatnot. And so when you go on the website, whether it's Carnival's website or Royal's website, whichever one you choose, usually when you go in the booking section and you see the cost breakdown, a lot of times what you'll see is X amount of dollars per person, or sometimes they might have it per day, but usually what I've found is that it'll say uh, $350 or $500, whatever it is, depending on the type of room, the length of the cruise, where it's going, and all that. And so, for example, if you see a quote that says, $500, we'll just know that's per person based off of double occupancy. So if it's $500, it's really $1,000. So, and how that relates to the solo cruiser is that even though you're traveling by yourself, you've got to pay for two people. So that's the first part of it. Now, some cruise lines like NCL, for example, they do have on certain ships one person staterooms, and I believe they call them studios. And so there you're just paying whatever that price is. And then there are some cruise lines that from time to time, they might, you know, not have you pay double. And basically in regards to solo cruising and pricing, you'll hear a lot of times, sometimes they might say something like, single supplement or solo supplement, something like that. And what they're talking about is just the fact that you've got to pay, for two people, is what that means. And so sometimes you'll see on the websites that they might have a sale going, or a special promotion where they're waiving the single supplement, uh, and so you could save some money there. I know there's one website in particular, cruiseplum.com, and if you go on there, you can find different cruise lines, different sailings that offer. They'll either waive the single supplement, or they'll give you a reduced cost of the single supplement. Now, while we're sticking to cost, uh, even though you're paying for two, you only have to pay when as far as taxes, port fees, and gratuities. They're only going to charge you for one person. So, uh, you know, that's that's one thing to keep in mind. So, you don't have to worry like, oh, gee, I'm having to pay for two people. Am I going to have to pay twice the gratuities? Well, no, you're just paying for yourself. Everything else is still the same. Booking excursions, booking specialty dining, photo packages, and all that is going to be the same whether you're doing solo or whether you're going with somebody. So that's keep that in mind. Uh, Now, as far as the experience part of it, is how's the experience going to be? Am I going to have a good time? Is it going to be boring? Uh, is it going to be worth my time, my money, and all that? Well, I think it comes down to answer that question. I guess it comes down to the individual person. What you like to do. Are you the type of person that uh, is introverted, extroverted? Are you outgoing? Do you like to talk to people? Do you not like to talk to people? I can just basically give you my own take on it from my experiences. Since the restart after COVID, I've been on about 8 cruises, and every single one of them's been by myself. And it's I'd say it's I have a good time. I'm constantly meeting people, talking to people, and often what you find is that most people that go on cruises are friendly, and if you go to the bar and you're sitting there and there's somebody else next to you, they'll ask you where you're from, if you're having a good time, what you're doing, if you're doing any excursions, that kind of thing, and so. I found that to be a pretty enjoyable experience. Meeting new people, finding out about them, seeing what their experience has been like. Also, the staff members, the crew members, if they know that you're by yourself, a lot of times they'll go out of their way to talk to you, make sure you're not sitting there all alone, and so that's kind of neat because it's I enjoy learning about the crew members, what their experience is like, and all of that. Uh, in regards to dining, one thing that's one negative thing that I've noticed is in regards to the main dining room, and maybe it's just me. I'm not saying everybody's going to feel this way, but I've noticed that when it comes to the main dining room and people that travel by themselves, you often don't get the best seating assignments, Um, and what I mean by that is when you go in the main dining room, they have the area divided up in different ways, different sizes of tables, that kind of thing. And, you've got nice seating right by the window so you can look out at the ocean while you're enjoying your meal. And as a solo cruiser, I've yet to be seated next to a window, which and I kind of get it. They've got couples to think about. They've got, larger groups, that they have to think about. They want to make sure everybody's happy. But I don't know. It just I always end up getting seated somewhere where I don't have a view. I'm kind of almost in the middle of the aisle. I'm having to constantly worry about people walking by, hitting me, bumping into me, that kind of thing. And like I say, it could be just bad luck of the draw on my part, but and I have heard some people kind of give me some advice that maybe I need to go talk to the person that handles the seating arrangements beforehand, and that's something, admittedly, I haven't really done. I think for me, I usually don't eat a lot of my meals in the main dining room specifically for that reason. If I'm sailing on Royal, I'll go eat up in the Windjammer, because at least that way I can choose where I want to sit. If I want to sit by the window, then I can do it. Same thing on Carnival. I'll go eat at the Lido Marketplace, which is their buffet, and you can choose where you want to sit, and so that's just my little one criticism of it. But other than that, to me, I always have a good time. And I guess my advice to anybody out there, if you love cruising, or if you've never been on a cruise but you've really always wanted to go, and you just for whatever reason you don't have anybody that can go with you, maybe they can't get time off or whatever, I'd say give solo cruising a try. Go ahead and do it. I mean, in this day and age, with everything, all the turmoil that we've been through the last 2 or 3 years. Life is short, and none of us are promised a tomorrow. And last thing you want to do is look back and say, man, I wish I'd have done this. I wish I'd have done that. So if there's something you love, or if there's something you've been wanting to try, then get out there and do it. Don't wait. Don't wait on other people to, give you the ability to experience that. Go out and just live your life. Be happy. It's life is too short to not be happy, and there's just too much. There's too much beauty in the world to not go out and experience it. So that's my whole take on solo cruising. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you got some stories you want to share about solo cruising, did you like it? Did you hate it? Feel free to leave it in the comments. And I guess I'll see you around on the next video. Take care.